Hello everyone, this is Nico from HomilyChart, and today our topic is: will Pfizer vaccine be good for Malaysia healthcare stocks? Statement: the main purpose of this course is to learn the methods and techniques of share investment. It does not constitute any recommendations or trading tips. Any risk or profit is irrelevant to the company and myself. Trade at your own risk. Okay, so for today's course, there will be three parts. The first part is about Pfizer vaccine bullish news, and the second part is about factors affecting U.S. healthcare sector, and the third part will be about chart analysis of Bursa, which means Malaysia healthcare sector. So let's see them one by one. The first one is the bullish news of Pfizer vaccine. Okay, so I think we all know this news now. So Pfizer source as a vaccine prevents 90% of COVID cases in study. So this is the good news. And we know after this news released and the Dow Jones index rise so much, you can see here is a big upward gap. So which means there is very powerful to rise. And we can also see the impact on Malaysia stock market. By observing US market, we find the stocks of companies that have been hit hardest by the travel bans and the lockdowns in months have soared. And like aviation stocks and Carnival Corp consumer stocks, they rise most. And so is Bursa Malaysia. So as vaccine is positive to boost the global economy, so companies such as Genting and AirAsia have responded positively. Gulf counters dominate the list of decliners, and the vaccine-related shares like 7148 the pharma opens high then falls back. So this is some influence to Malaysian stock market. And here are some points we should notice. The first one is now capital speculates on expectation of economic recovery, so we need to pay attention to the rotation of conceptual themes. And the second is actually the mass production of vaccines will take time. And the third point will be the COVID cases in Europe and America this winter may still be very serious. So here are some notable points. Okay, then the second topic is about factors affecting U.S. healthcare sector. Because we have already known that indeed some news in U.S. market will affect Bursa Malaysia, KLCI, our Malaysia stock market also. So let's see U.S. healthcare sector first, and then let's see Bursa healthcare sector together. So the first point is actually the nature of healthcare industry. So the share price of the US healthcare industry seems to be largely unaffected by various macroeconomic factors, but political factors have a great influence on the share price, including the planned healthcare reform bill. From a purely economic perspective, stocks in the healthcare industry are generally not affected by factors such as rising interest rates, depreciation of the dollar exchange rate, changes in inflation expectations, fluctuation in raw materials and energy prices. And the second is about Biden's policy. His policy includes expanded Affordable Care Act to ensure that more people can covered by Affordable Care Act of the Obama era. And the second is lower the minimum requirement of the applicable age of the U.S. Federal medical insurance, and currently this policy is applicable to the 60 to 65-year-old elderly. And the third is implement mandatory mask wearing regulations nationwide, and the return to World Health Organization. So this is about COVID-19. And the third part is about chart analysis of Bursa healthcare sector. So let's see this chart. This chart is KL Healthcare Weekly Chart. And when we see this chart, we find there's so many colors. Actually, I use some special indicators in Homily software. So let's see the meaning of the charts. First, we can see here is dark blue color of the candlestick. So dark blue color means strong. So you can see blue color, dark blue color, right? So here is a strong area. So now it is still in strong area. So now price is in strong area in weekly chart. And if in the future the candlestick becomes light blue, which means this sector enters weak area. And the second we can see is direction. We find here is red band. And this red color means midterm uptrend. And we can see the width of this red band is different. At first, it's getting wider, and now it's getting narrower. So when the red color is getting narrower, which means the midterm support is getting weaker. So now we know the midterm trend of healthcare index is still upward, but the momentum is a little bit decreasing. And if we draw a resistance line, for example, we can find two high points here, and this yellow line forms because of these two high points, and it is touched the third time, which means this line is kind of effective. So now we can see the price is below the resistance. So in the future, only when this resistance has been broken through, the share will rise better. And if we take an example, it's like the car, which means this share, it's still in the right direction. It's still in driving, but why the speed is getting slower? Because it's lack of some gas maybe. So what is the fuel of a car? What is the fuel of a stock? Which means big funds. So we call big funds bankers, which can push up the price. So we use an indicator, and this indicator red color is bankers. And when we see red color, we find there's so much red color. So this is the first point we see, so much red color. And if we see the number, we can see here will be 25%, 50%, 75%. So now we know the healthcare index is above 50%. You can see above 50% of bankers, which means bankers can still control more than half of the shares. And the second thing we see is that the trend of the bankers. If we see the trend of bankers, we can see actually bankers is decreasing all the time. If we compare, for example, if we compare this circle, so now it's like here, and it used to be like this. So if we see the difference, we find bankers is decreasing, and they are more yellow colors. Yellow color actually is hot money, which means some small institutions, and they may do some short-term trading in the share, which makes your share in sideways. So this is about healthcare index. And then let's see a share related to a vaccine. This share is 7148. Here's some news. Here's news about this company is related to vaccines, like packaging something. So we can see first we see its direction. So this indicator, just now we see the red band. We know red band is the midterm uptrend, is the midterm support, and this indicator actually is called BBE. So we can see if it's red, which means midterm is in uptrend, and if the band is in green color, which means the share is in midterm downtrend. So we can see like around this area, and the band is from green to red, which means midterm uptrend has formed, and then the price starts to rise. Of course it will fall back, but the red band gives support to the price. So you can see the price gets support from the red band until the price breaks down the red band, and now it wants to rise again, but now the red band becomes green band. So here is resistance, and it goes down until it can break through the resistance of green band. And after developing, you can see the band is from green to red, which means this area is an entry point of midterm trend. And now the share is still in midterm uptrend. So this is about midterm trend. And then let's see its funds, which means who are controlling the share. So in window 2, the lower window, this indicator is called MCD. We can see here 3 colors. Green color means retailers. Retailers cannot push up the price. So if your share is controlled by retailers, then your share may be very weak. And then yellow color is hot money. Hot money means the short-term speculators in share market. They go in fast and go out fast. So it's very hard to track this hot money, this kind of institutions. And the red color is bankers. So if your share is controlled by bankers, then your share will be very strong. So this is about the funds, how to see who are controlling the share. And now we can see bankers, they are more than 50%, and the direction is okay. But in the future, if the bankers you can compare here. Actually, bankers holding position, biggest holding position in a period of time is decreasing. So in the future, if bankers can increase more than this day, it will be better, which means the share will be in another period of time of developing. And after talk about the midterm trend of a share, and if you want to know some more accurate entry and exit point, you can assist with some signal, some short-term indicators. For example, this indicator is called strong signal. And I think you still remember the dark blue color and the light blue color we just saw. So dark blue color means strong, right? Means strong. And the light blue color means weak. Light blue color means weak. And here you can see here is a red color. So red color informs you that the share will be strong. And if yellow color appears, yellow color will inform you that the share will be weak. So if you see red color, then the share is going to be in strong. Though price falls, but it is strong. And strong all the time, you can see. And then short-term exit point is here, because from this day, the share will be weak. And then the latest entry point will be around here. So if we see the share, we find from the first, from this red color to the yellow color, I make actually a lot of money. You can see this big gap. And from here to here, okay, I maybe lose some money, but I do not lose much. And then from here to here, okay, I maybe do not lose and do not win. And from here to here, I do not lose, do not win. And then here, I make big amount of money and until now. So this is about the pharma in daily chart. And here are some operational strategy of vaccine stocks, because different person, they will have different operation strategy. So if you trade in midterm, so when the midterm trend is upward, you should ignore some short-term movement. If you trade in short-term, when the midterm uptrend, you can use some short-term indicators to assist. But you need to pay attention that, for example, these vaccine stocks, they have so many news, so maybe the price will be very easily open high and close lower. So it will increase the difficulty of your operation. So before you trade in short term, you can study the historical chart of the share and to decide whether you think the share is easy to operate or it's not your dish. And like this kind of sideways stock or some stock with big movement, you can use some overbought and oversold indicators to assist. And the last part is the most important, is that there's no way to mess around. If you mess all the thing around, you cannot protect yourself in stock market.
That's all for today, and this is HomilyChart. Our investment philosophy is index first, stock next, long-term first, short-term next, operator familiar. If you like this video and then you want to see more video, please subscribe HomilyChart Malaysia. Thank you.